Hi everyone, Raven's Librarian here with another part from Steamworld Quest. In the last video we went through the College of Alchemy to keep searching for whatever's going on, ran into these two facing off against the dragon, and Auric convinced them, and the rest of us by extension, to sort of join forces for now, since they couldn't travel because they lost their key. And, it seemed to be the better of two. Just stick together. So we managed to make last chapter ended just as we were about to enter
the misguided mentor.
What is either the headmaster's office, or maybe it's specifically the person where the headmistress, the one that's currently running things in the school. It could be her original office that she just, rebranded as the headmistress office in that case. And like sometimes, I don't know how any of this is applicable to real life, but maybe, like teacher has an office, teacher gets promoted to principal. Instead of moving to the principal's office, the teacher just rebrands their office as the principal's office and just keeps staying there. Like I said, semantics. I just don't know if this is meant to be the actual original office for the headmaster of the school. Like I've already mentioned, I have played this game before, but my memory's very lackluster when it comes to the finer details of the story. So I know who we're facing, and I remember that much. I don't actually remember how she fights, and I don't remember how this all plays out. This is getting ridiculous. Now, I'm pretty used to rugged terrain. If you ever need a ride, just let me know. Like, I get the joke, Copernica, but really, this is the one that broke the camel's back. Not the fact that she's been able to get through this school at all, despite never mentioning how. So, in the... Okay. This one might be useful against... What? That might be useful when we get to the other area. Okay. A lot of cards, still unconvinced if I want to commit to getting them or not. No, I think I'm going to stick with the ones I have for now. I do at the very least know I want to have the card. Gonna be going with this team for this one. In case I know you're all curious, this is the deck I'm going with. And just in case I switch at some point, his deck. And that's the current thing I have given to them. Main thing right now is I have him as the main healer. Most of his deck is combined. Oh, also, yeah, what I was gonna say was that I went back into the previous chapter and found this, the mat. So I'm really glad I did that, because personally I've always really liked her chain combo that triggers the shields, because I feel like that's one of the most useful ones, and just the stats it gives us makes it even better. Does feel like I kind of wasted money on the other item weapon for her, but hardly a big loss considering I'm barely using any of my resources. This is probably going to be a short video, assuming the boss doesn't take too long. Now, this is a pleasant surprise, neophyte Copernica. This must be your first visit since you left the college. Professor Is it Hyapathia or Hyapathia? I apologize if I'm mispronouncing it. Actually, it is headmistress now. I just love how it rolls off the tongue. Uh, hey, we just bashed through a strange gate, a whole hostile school, and some warped metal plates to get here. All because Copernica found out that you alchemists are in cahoots with the Void Army. Copernica looks so dejected. I am pleased to see that my favorite student did not lose her sharp mind. Although most of us won't mix with their narrow-minded kind, we are certainly on the same track. In the development of things to come, that is. I don't understand. In all your classes, you always pointed out that alchemy should serve the world. For the good of the people. Among all the absent, wandering minds during my lectures, I could always count on your eagerness and full attention. But how does helping the void benefit our world? Science used for personal power through violence? As you know, I never agreed on your suspension. You were different from the rest. We both were. Hiding our true selves under layers of conservative structures. I've led this school down a new path. They always said it was so open and inclusive for everybody. The curriculum was buried under so many rules and regulations, all to benefit the creme de la creme. I may have put a lock on the gate, but at the same time I've revived the school's original core of freedom and exploration. Okay, what is the witch saying here? The witch is saying that the world is going to undergo some serious changes. Ever heard of the Necronomicon? Well, yes, I have seen Ash vs. the Evil Dead. Oryx's face there. That was the face of a man who knew what was about to go down. I apologize, one moment. Taking a picture. I gotta make sure none of you are being annoyed by the images. Your fox-headed friend sure seems to know what it's about. Just as I have changed the school, there's a great force out there intent on reshaping the world. The Necronomicon bears the power to alter and manipulate life itself. Not only can it influence what already grows, it can also create spirit in impotent matters. This is not just some bedtime story, it's the nocturnal dream of the alchemic society. The whereabouts of the Necronomicon have become known. My services have been called upon to assist in awaking it from its slumber. Imagine exploring unlimited power, sending wave after wave of raw, untamed energy through the cosmos. Just thinking about it makes me shiver with anticipation. If this Necronomicon has even half of the powers you describe, how can you even seriously consider using it to manipulate the elements? It seems the structure of this old school still has you in its grasp. How disappointing. Copernica, I am inviting you to be part of the revolution. Just look at you, ripping through my log with your restrained potential. Shake your fears, take my hand, and let me guide you through the fire. Nature is reborn. I can't. I won't. Our calling is to provide for the good of the many. That's what alchemy is supposed to be about. I won't follow you on this twisted, megalomaniac path. Labels, labels, labels. If you're so intent on residing in the submissive part, then let this be a rub to remember. Now, there are definitely hints that, the stuff she's saying, she's not totally full of it. Which is obviously a big point that the game has already presented, the story has already shown. Alright, no weaknesses yet. Gotta watch out for that. It's gonna have a lot of combos going in and out. Sounds weird when I say it like that. I just realized I kind of wasted. That was my mistake. I should have switched out the shield for a punch. Hold on, do I have... Yeah, that's better. We'll work with that for now. Good. And that's why I was like always big on having Copernica in the story. And playing as much as possible. This is her story. This whole section is about her. Still. Alright, that'll be useful for later. Might as well set this up now. What it means is that the game has already shown that, you know, there's a lot of problems in this setting with stuck up the elite and the aristocrats acting all above it all. And really causing a problem for the average person. Oh, wait. It would have been better for that. I think I'll go for this for now. Just to see how much the bleeding effect actually has on her. Considering she fights in double turns. Oh, that came out of nowhere. Crud. I did a lot more damage than I was expecting. Okay. I don't need the heavy attacks yet. We're definitely focusing on the surviving for now. Okay, yeah. I can get a combo, but I don't think I need one at this point. Oh, now I know why she... Yeah, I wasn't paying enough attention. Somehow she took away their elemental protection. Or the magic abilities. If I can't count on that, I need to get the shield as much as possible. Interesting. Must be a time thing, so she triggers it during a certain part in the fight. So, that for the future. Yeah, I think I'll go for the combo between those two. Yeah, that'll work. Instead of... Well, no, yeah, I might want to get the healing. I would also want to get... I'll try to get that in the next one. Make her vulnerable. Right now the goal should be to try to get everyone protected. Now and get this to work as fast as possible. Same as before. Heal everybody. Switch this. Try to get that in the next turn. But like the story already made it abundantly clear. Like, yeah, there's the thing. This headmistress is saying, you know, she's not completely out of her gourd when she's talking about the flaws in the school. Obviously, the point is that, you know, mayhaps the issue she had with the school is sort of an idea where, like, a villain can have valid critiques of a system, but the things they dislike about the system aren't necessarily the whole truth of it. So in this case, it's very clearly... Oh, I'm not paying enough attention. She started doing the switch. Okay. Should we... save it for next time. And just in her case, the idea that this school has a big flaw in being repressive and sacrificing talent for the sake of those who reap the benefits. Okay, that's what I... Oof. It's fine. You can still recover from that. I wasn't paying enough attention. I need to pay more attention to... because she's absorbing certain attacks, but it's fairly easy to counter that. You just gotta pay attention to what she's... which one she's using. Oh. Taking out Copernica, though, that's a smart move from her. Especially since I had all these cards ready. Dang. Save that for next time. Save all of that for next time. I'll work with this for now. Yeah, you just in her case. So wait, has she always been immune to... God, I'm failing at paying attention. Might be immune to physicals too. Okay, I'll go with this for now. No? First you, now. Alright, she's not immune. He's vulnerable. Alright, weak to fire. At least for now. Okay, that's redundant. That's better. Okay, I want to confirm one last time. I'm not paying enough attention. Oh, now, okay. Alright, well that's a bit annoying. Now I realize what's going on. It's based on the last thing. Okay. Wait, that's what I think. Perhaps I can trick her. Yeah, that worked. Yeah, that was very simple. Back to discount. She's probably going to use the equalizer trick again. Yep. She took out the wrong person. I'll use this turn to build up. Let's make the most of it while she still has to build up her next big turn. Yeah, the counter spell is really doing me a lot of favors in this battle. Okay. She's gonna Okay. So, that's your mistake. Don't use the card that you're weak to. I wonder how the AI decides what card they're gonna cast. They have a lot of options. This means if this works the way I think it does, then I can't use it. Get her to be immune to this. Then exploit that. Man, I've been doing this the hard way all this time. This is way easier. The only problem is you can't just build a lot of combos using the same tricks. The idea here is we make them defend against the physical attack, then hit them with fire. She builds up a protection from physical attacks, but she doesn't protect herself from fire. Counters. Counter spell's gone. Alright, mirror. Good. That was a good timing. I might not finish it, but we'll make progress. Can't afford to wait until he's ready for the counter. Gotta finish this before she gets the equalizer spell. And that's the end of it. Dominated by my own student. But still, you leave me disappointed. I'm sorry, Stop saying you're sorry. You beat me. Period. However, your suppressed mind is obviously holding you back. That makes the affair less spectacular. These are not your true colors, Copernica. All these fears you carry. If you would just let them go. Ding dong, time to sing. The Necronomicon, where is it? Why would I please you, Cherry? You are on the wrong side of history. We're going to beat the void and find the Necronomicon, with or without your help. So you might as well. It is not my style to go down like a yelping dog. I end my story by my own strokes. Adieu, Copernica. Remember me fondly. Wait. Damn it. She followed her convictions to the very last. What was that about? Some midlife crisis? It felt sad. Did you really think that I would? She was. Hey, don't know if it makes you feel any better, but I'm proud of you. She did this to herself. I know, we must find out what's going on and how the Necronomicon fits into all of this. The Necronomicon is far more dangerous than the alchemist can possibly imagine. Should it fall into the wrong hands, the fallout would be cataclysmic, not only for people, but also for the entire biosphere. In fact, its location must already be considerably affected. The resting place of the Necronomicon is a mystery. Without your professor's knowledge on its whereabouts, how will we ever find it? We know where it is. Huh? Possible. When we're from, everybody knows about the Necronomicon. It's common knowledge. But even with fading powers, after all this time, the energy of the Necronomicon must have altered its surroundings severely. Well, the wildlife is different than other parts of the country. Different? Like Hillbilly Heights different? I don't get it. Do I look like I played a banjo? Okay, I think I get that. Thanks to ignorant people like Jolly Green Giant over here. he's grin. Outsiders started calling it the Cursed City, and sure enough, the name stuck. There's nothing wrong with the locals. They simply didn't fit in anywhere else. Except for the druids. They're shifty as heck. Druids never cared much for their methods. The inclusive alchemist spirit. Yeah, they seem to think they run the place. They spread out and, I don't know, grab as much land as they can for their shady business. If what you say is true, then we must waste no time in retrieving the Necronomicon. Perhaps the two of you would be so kind to show the way. Well, we do need to push our latest haul. Alright, follow us and don't slack behind. The growing group of heroes decided to travel to the Cursed City. Let's go! I'll see you beyond the fire, my professor. Deals 180% strength as fire, frost, and storm damage to one foe 3 times. Nice. Someone's weak to elemental attacks. Or actually, if you can get that card early on, it's a really good way of testing out opponents' weaknesses and strengths. After a bittersweet reunion, our boosted band travels east towards the so-called Cursed City to unearth a corrupted ancient artifact. So yeah, like, it's not as short as I thought it would be, since the boss was actually took a while to get. That was more on me. I was kind of mid-committing at the beginning. Wasn't paying enough attention to the stats. I got a bit distracted because I'm thinking more about talking and not playing, and then I do a lot of neither. So I apologize for that. Trying to get better at it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that boss fight. Hope you enjoyed the voices. Hopefully I'll get better at that too. I hope to see you all in the next one. Take care.